coaches, hear from the players, and listen to plans for the season. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cubbage Electric Plumbing and Construction, Griffin Insurance, and Knox County Veteran Services. Now get ready for the show. The Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Live from the WMVO studios.
All right, and a good Monday night to you here on WMVO. It's the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Tonight, we're featuring all girls hoops as the Danville Lady Blue Devils with us. Centerburg Lady Trojans will be with us here coming up, and we're excited about that tonight. Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. And I'm just right off the top, want to thank Durko's Pizza and Subs. They got awesome strombolis, too, and they hooked them up with some pizza here. You didn't know where the pizza was going to be from, did you? You didn't know. And then, boom, we just hit you up with Durko's. And so we have them meet out there, and then they come in and talk some hoops with us. We appreciate Bree Stotts with us here, and also Eloisa Vasquez and Addison Mickley. We appreciate you guys joining us here on the program today. I gave them directions how to get here, by the way. Okay, I'm just kidding. They know that's a running joke. Now, Bree, how long have you been on staff there with Danville basketball, and now obviously first year head coach?
This is probably my 6th year.
Okay.
Actually, I think I had their group.
Junior high.
Yeah,
Junior
high.
So you're coaching some junior high hoops.
Yeah, I've been coaching junior high, and then I've been helping Proper for probably 4 or 5 years too. So about 6 years, yeah.
Yeah. So you were there, unfortunately, when my son decided to throw the bunny on the court, and
yes.
Yeah. I tried. I put my arm up. At the last second. It was too late.
Enough.
Well, I was doing the public address announcing, and he threw it out there, and I was like, and now I can never show my face again. So, but no, it was great there. But as you look at having the opportunity now to be the head coach here at Danville, what went into the decision? I know Matt had kind of talked about, hey, he's got some kids still playing some basketball and stuff, and kind of wanted to go and check them out and see what they were doing and things. So, how did the process go, and why did you decide you wanted to stick around here and be the head coach at Danville?
I grew up here. I played here. I actually played for Coach Proper. He was my coach for 2 years.
Yeah.
My mom's been coaching for 26 years.
Yeah.
I grew up in the gym. I grew up in the gym that we're in now. I just thought maybe it was time for a step up, and Coach Proper said he was stepping down, so I threw my name in the hat.
There you go.
Here we are.
Yeah, it works out. So when we look at a Danville team, do we see remnants of what Coach Proper has been wanting to do for so many years? Is it something where you come in and you say, hey, we're going to change things up a bunch, and we're going to do some things differently here? Every coach kind of has their own feel with different things, but was it kind of a massive overhaul of what you want to do, or do you want to keep some principles and maybe implement some new things as well?
No, I feel like everything's pretty similar to the way Coach Proper ran things.
Yeah.
I think we run a little bit more than they did with Coach Proper, but like I said, he was my coach, so I kind of do things the same way that he does.
All right. Now, when was your playing career? When did
I graduated in 15. So
15.
2011.
So now
15.
you're getting old. No,
Yeah.
I'm just teasing you. I've been out of school for 15 years now. So it's been a while.
I'm pushing 10. So.
Yeah, it's getting there. So when you look at what you guys like to do, you talked about the fact that you don't want to change a whole lot of what Coach Proper did there. What are some of the things that you want to do? Do you want to get out and run? Do you want to play in the half court? Do you want to pressure teams? What do you want to do there at Danville?
No, we definitely want to get out and run.
Yeah.
In the half-court offense, we struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
But, we're trying to get out, push the ball. Defensively, we're not bad. We got a pretty good group of girls, and our defense isn't bad. It's just the offensive end.
Got to score more points.
We have too many turnovers.
Yeah.
Too many turnovers. We don't get enough shots up. So, we're working on that.
And that's hard because, I mean, in looking at the K-MAC, the way that it is right now, it appears that it's like there are a number of teams that want to get out and they want to get in transition. And when you turn the basketball over, Bree,
I know.
that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yeah, we're giving a lot of teams some easy transition buckets on our turnovers. That's for sure.
When you look at getting into this year, though, and this group, is it a young group?
Yes.
Is it a very young group?
It is a very young group.
Yeah.
we have these 2 seniors.
Okay.
No juniors.
No juniors. Okay.
7 sophomores and 3 freshmen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You got to.
We're young, but
Mixed it.
I don't like using that as an excuse for for how we're playing. So they're a good group of girls. They know how to play basketball. They're just a little timid. So.
Hey, Rome wasn't built in one day. The saying is, right? So, Addison, so you're senior. You're both seniors, right?
Yes.
Let's get that off the top here, because I'll probably forget. There's people who've been in here with name tags on before, and I called them the wrong name. So so Addison, going into this year with Coach Stotts here and taking over and things, and as she mentioned, wasn't it kind of a seamless transition so far? I mean, you guys played 5 games at this point. Has it been kind of a seamless transition from Coach Proper to Coach Stotts?
Yeah, I would say they do like similar things, so we're always doing like the same thing and stuff. We do like mostly the same drills in practice.
Yeah. Now, a couple of years ago, I know your name was kind of in there too when you were younger, maybe freshman, sophomore year. And there's some really good teams there at Danville, but getting that experience on those really good basketball teams, ones that made these runs, and Coach Proper, you had different names of girls that were really talented there. What helped you in maybe being a part of that group? And even getting minutes, not just sitting on the bench and watching and just being around them, but actually getting minutes on the floor with them.
So back in junior high, I've always played up.
Yeah.
I've always played, like when I was in the 7th grade team, I always played up with the 8th graders.
Yeah.
I had a great connection with those 5 seniors that graduated last year, so I feel like I don't know. I felt like I was one of them last year.
Well, you know what? You're only the second person that I've heard of playing up in. I'm sure it happens a lot more in junior high than I actually realized. But when I was in junior high, Justin De Silva of Utica used to do that. But with the situation here of going into the season, what were some of the things you wanted to get from yourself? Obviously, no more Ella, and there's Brooklyn graduated a couple of years ago, and different girls graduated. What did you want to see from yourself going into this year, and as a team as well?
I say both, just improving myself and the team. I want to be a leader this season. I want to help the younger girls.
Well, you still got a long time here, because it's really interesting. The girls' basketball season seems to start earlier and earlier. Maybe I'm just getting old, Bree.
I think that's it.
I could be getting old, because it seems like it's starting earlier and earlier. We're like on round table on a Friday night, and it's like there's a basketball game at November 15th or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that when it begins?
Yeah.
Is something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, football's just going a lot longer.
Yeah.
Seems
Well,
like.
this year, made to the state Final Four.
Yeah.
But, after what happened for Marion Local in the state championship game, I think state Final Four was a good place to end it for the Danville Blue Devils.
Well, yeah.
I always want to get there.
Yeah,
but,
you just want to be able to get there.
Yeah. Eloise Vasquez, we appreciate you joining us here as well, also a senior. You look at getting into this year and some of the things that you wanted to accomplish as well. What are some of the things that maybe in the offseason you worked on, some of the things going into this season, early part of the season that you want to work on for yourself and you want to see from your teammates as well?
I would say similar to Addison, like stepping up and being a leader on varsity. That's like a big transition from being on JV, and like it's a lot faster pace.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that everybody needs to step up to, is like adjusting from JV to varsity, like that quicker pace, more shots going up, faster on defense, just that quicker speed.
I've seen that, and I've heard that same thing from a lot of different people, that when you get to the varsity level, it's no holds barred. It's so much different. You sit there and you go, how could it be that much different from JV? So how much of a transition has it been for you in the time that you've transitioned from JV to varsity, and just trying to help tell your younger teammates this is how it's going to be, and there are going to be some growing pains in the early part as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think that they've transitioned really well from losing all those 5 seniors that were our starters. Like, they've transitioned well to being the new starters. We just need figure out some new things.
Bree, when you think about a team that has had success in as many years, and you think about softball at Danville has always been good. Charlie's still rolling it over there. He's done a great job. Charlie, shout out to you. But and girls basketball have just been constants. And you think about this group here this year and the process throughout all the years. You talked about the fact that they were in junior high, and is it the same process where you're saying, hey, in junior high, this is what we're running at the varsity level, so we're going to start running it here so you understand what it's like? Because when I was in junior high, I'm going to be honest with you, we kind of just we had 2 kids that were like 6 feet, and we're just going to give them the ball and we're going to win, and that's exactly what happened. But do you want a process where hey, this is what we run at the varsity level. We're going to practice it here. Maybe not all the time, but kind of the same concept. And then when you get to the varsity level, it's almost like, okay, you've been practicing this for years. Again, the speed is different, but you know what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's definitely how we do it. When I was coaching junior high, we ran things how Proper ran his program.
Yeah.
So that they knew what to expect when they got up to the high school level. And CC, she's still coaching junior high, and Lynn Lyons, they're doing the same thing. They're running the program to get the girls prepared for when they get up to varsity.
Is that Newbold?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was, These kids you guys are going so young and stuff like that. Everybody's coaching, and it's just crazy. Appreciate you guys joining us here on the program. We're going to talk about some of the games that have been played this year, some of the games coming up as well, because there's opportunities for the Danville Lady Blue Devils pick up that first victory of the season. And it's this week. And if it wasn't for Bray, I'd be telling you the completely wrong schedule going into this week. We're going to be talking about that here coming up on the program. I do want to thank Griffin Insurance, our title sponsor, the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Let's take this break. We'll come back and more of the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show is coming up.
Good afternoon, Rowan in Sports. I'm Betty Wells. Starting with the NFL from over the weekend, the Browns fell at home to the Chiefs as they lost to Kansas City 21-7. Cleveland is now 3-11 on the year. Meanwhile, in Nashville, the Bengals beat the Titans 37-27 on the road. Cincinnati improves to 6-8 on the season, and they keep their albeit slim playoff hopes alive. Week 15 of the regular season comes to an end tonight with 2 Monday Night Football games. At 8 o'clock, it's an NFC North matchup in Minneapolis as the Bears will visit the Vikings, and then at 8:30, the Falcons take on the Raiders in Las Vegas. It's game week for Ohio State as this Saturday night, the Buckeyes will host Tennessee in the first round of the first ever 12-team college football playoff. Here's Ryan Day on how he's feeling heading into this game.
Well, I'm excited for our players, but I'm excited for our fans to get back together this Saturday in the shoe for an historic event like we talked about last time. This is right now the first time it's ever happened before, and I think for everyone to get back together is exciting. And I know our players are that way. We had our senior tackle yesterday, and to listen to these guys get up there and talk about how much they love this university, they love their teammates, they love this program. So for them to get an opportunity to play at home in something like this is great. But it just is exciting for our fans. Just like our players, the fans are invested in this in a big, big way. And so it's going to be an exciting day, or exciting night.
The Buckeyes and Volunteers will kick off at 8 o'clock at the shoe on Saturday night. Throwing in sports, I'm Betty Wells.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Looking for a new pharmacy? The Knox Community Hospital Outpatient Pharmacy makes it easy to transfer prescriptions. Our friendly community pharmacy is open to the public, and most prescriptions are ready within 24 hours. Accepting most insurances, KCH Outpatient Pharmacy is the only accredited specialty pharmacy in Knox County. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 9 to 4. Call 740-326-3485 or go to kch.org.
Your sinks are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Now Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction. 740-627-8004.
Hi, I'm Dean.
And I'm Don.
We are Durka's Pizza, home of the famous Stromboli, specialty pizzas, 16 different subs. We have homemade dinners, salads made fresh,
lunch specials, daily specials, and of course, the Munchie menu. Chicken wings, cheese breadsticks, mac and cheese wedges. Call 740-392-5678.
Delivery or pickup. Durka's Pizza.
Welcome back. It's the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. We appreciate you joining us here on the program. We're going to talk with the Centerburg girls basketball team as well here coming up on the program. Don't forget, this week we will be at Centerburg on Friday night. Cardington and Centerburg girls basketball pregame around 6:30 WMVO. And then on Saturday we'll stay at Centerburg. Boys basketball in the afternoon. East Knox and Centerburg boys basketball in the afternoon there. Pregame around 1:45. All right, Danville girls basketball. You guys are home against Northmore, right?
Yep.
And at Loudonville. And then next Monday you're at Lucas, so you couldn't have done the show next Monday. So it's a good thing we got a hold of you now.
Good thing.
Yeah, because we wouldn't have been here. Appreciate you guys joining us here. Well, to open the season, you can thank Devaney, I think, to send you to Delaware Hayes.
Actually, I think that's on Coach Proper. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, Coach Proper. All right. Devaney, you're off the hook.
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't think Devaney would do that to you.
They came here last year, so we went there this year, and hopefully that's it with that.
Good Delaware Hayes. Well, that's always a pretty good program over there, and they're good and things. But let's look at the season so far, and then we're going to focus on that last game against Fredericktown. But so far, obviously, sitting at 0-5. But what are some of the positives? Some of the things that you've gotten from it so far? Hey, it's a tough start to the year, but there's a long way to go in this thing. And there's opportunities, and I think when we talk about Friday night, there's probably some things that you saw on Friday night that you liked from your team. So what are some of the things that maybe in the past couple of games, or maybe as the season's gone on, some of the things maybe from the start that you've liked about your team so far, Bree?
I mean, just from the Centerburg game to the Fredericktown game, we improved so much.
Yeah.
The turnovers is a big improvement.
Mm-hmm.
They probably didn't like me very much because we have to run.
Yeah.
Depending on the amount of turnovers we have.
Yeah.
But hey, we improved.
Yeah.
Still too many, but we just we got to score points too.
Yeah.
That's one thing that is hurting us. We scored 50 against Fredericktown the other night, which was our best this year. But we have girls that can score. It's just getting them to actually shoot the ball. They're just a little
timid.
Yeah, a little timid, especially this one right here.
Timid. Gotta start shooting the rock.
Yeah. I said, if you're open, shoot it.
Yeah.
I don't hold anybody back.
There you go.
Shoot the ball.
Is it a situation maybe for you, Addison, that it's like you've had some girls to defer to in the past? I mean, Ella and Kaylee and some of the different girls that you were able to kind of defer to, and now it's like, hey, they're not here anymore, so somebody else has got to step. You ever seen the movie Coach Carter, where the kid gets kicked out of the gym at the beginning? So that's our leading scorer. Now it looks like we're gonna have a different leading scorer this year, and it's kind of something like that where you got to realize what your role is, and you're still kind of developing into that role.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at it so far, has that been kind of a big issue where it's like, hey, you have an open shot here. Take the shot here. Or for you even, is it an issue right now where, hey, I'm open. I got to learn to take those shots?
Yeah, I say I just have to learn to take those shots. Sometimes I struggle with that, but I've been trying to work on it more. So.
You more of an inside person? You outside? What do you like to do?
I don't know. I've been shooting a lot of outside shots more this year.
Threes.
Some threes, yeah.
All right. You like that, Bree? Or you want to get in the post?
She's
tall,
3 for 4 from the 3-point line.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's a pretty good percentage, but if she would
75%?
shoot some more threes, that'd be great.
Yeah,
but she's an inside player too. I mean,
I was gonna say you got to have some size.
Yeah, she can get to the hole if she wants to. It's just getting her to do
They
it.
used to tell me, like, do you realize that you're tall? Get in the post. Don't come out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also couldn't shoot threes, so that was a good thing. Get in the post. So, Eloisa, you look at so far this year, and the fact that maybe you guys are a little timid in shooting the basketball and things. How can something like that change? And just ball movement is a situation where I know we're going to talk again about that Fredericktown game in a moment as well, but that you're starting to maybe trust your teammates a little bit and say, hey, guys, shoot the basketball. If we're open, shoot the basketball. And then good things could happen. You got to start guarding a little tighter, and then you see where it goes from there, right?
Yeah, I think we're starting to learn each other better, know where everybody can shoot. If you get a rebound, you can pass it out to somebody, and you know that they'll take that shot.
Yeah. Bree, you look back. I'm going to go back to the Fredericktown game for a minute. We will not go back to the Centerburg game.
I appreciate
that. Yeah, no
that.
problem.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that for us. But let's go back to the Fredericktown game. So I watched a little bit on Friday night. I wanted to be there, but, other things happened, so wasn't there. But I looked at the score, and I was like, okay, it's 17-2. And I was like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. And I looked back in, and I think at the point that I looked back in, it may have been an 8-point game or something like that. And I'm thinking, okay. Now we're feeling something. Then I looked back at another time, and you had just nailed a 3. Somebody just nailed a 3. You had to feel better. I mean, you want to win basketball games, but there's a process with all of this. But you only lost by 14 against a darn good Fredericktown team that has size with Ella Boughton, Callie Carpenter's still there, and they've got some good pieces over there. How did you feel after that ball game? During the game, some of the things that maybe you liked about your team, some of the things you say, hey, we're still going to be running for some of these things. Maybe not as much running on Saturday as before.
Yeah, that part is true. We did not run as much as we did maybe, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. They ran a lot. That was not a fun Saturday morning for them. But, there was a lot of improvement. Our biggest issue in that game is, like you said, we got down 17-2, and it was really hard to dig ourselves out of that hole. But we did have a chance there. But yeah, Fredericktown's good. Yeah. But there was much improvement. I was a lot happier after that game than the first 4. So yeah, things are looking up.
Addison's legs thanked you as well. You didn't have to run as much there. After that one, looking at that game, just like Coach mentioned, getting behind 17-2, and that is part of this whole process. And that when you fall behind like that. It is. You guys are high school kids, it's in your mind. You're thinking, well, look, we're down 17-2. What's going to happen now But to battle back like you did, what was kind of the mindset with the team and to be able to battle back? You end up losing the game by, 14 points. So from the point that you guys were behind by 15, you actually outscored Fredericktown the rest of the game. So what was kind of the mindset maybe in the huddle? I assume there was probably an early timeout there and some discussions, but what was the mindset as you went about the rest of that game and saw some of the improvements as well, Addison?
Pretty much just moving the ball around, continuing to work inside, and then we hit our threes too. Live
and die by the 3? Is that what we're doing? Are we living and dying by the 3?
Not quite.
Okay.
But what did we talked about it today. We made 6 or 7 threes on Friday, so I'm good with that.
That'll work. Eloisa, when you went throughout that game, what was kind of your mindset and what maybe you saw from your teammates as well as you guys were able to kind of dig out of that hole, get back in the basketball game? And I know at one point I was looking and it was a 10-point game too, and it's like, you know what, that's not the end of the world. You hit a 3 there, now you're back in single digits and things. So what was kind of the thought process as you went throughout the game, kind of got back into it, and then eventually you guys fall to Fredericktown there?
Yeah, I think everybody just started we're really in this game, we can compete really well against this team, and everybody started to trust each other more and take more shots. We were getting more comfortable, so I think that was helped.
Addison, I want to ask you guys as well. Do we talk about the Devil Dog game in football? Is it really a big rivalry in basketball?
Yeah,
it is?
I think it is.
All right. You guys, talk to them, hey, we're going to beat you. I know Bree probably wouldn't appreciate that, but no.
No, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I like it. I love it. That's what happens when you guys play that. Went to Danville, you want to,
Yeah, that's right.
Beat the Bulldogs there. Yeah. So is that a rivalry still? I mean, on the basketball court?
Yeah, I think it is. Both teams always play hard.
Yeah, and get an opportunity. What do you think, Eloise? Is it still a big rivalry? It's not quite the Devil Dog game of football.
No, it's definitely not. But a lot of people show up and support for each team, and everybody's cheering, and it's usually a close game. Everybody has on edge for it.
Now, does Dina Hess still come to the games? She still come?
No.
Oh, because she was a fan. I mean, you could hear her yelling.
Yeah,
it was great.
She was a
Dina,
fan,
shout out. Yeah, that was great. You guys have awesome fans there in Danville. I mean, seriously, the community's awesome, and it's great to be around there. And we've been able to go there for different things. I've even gone there for the raccoon dinner.
Oh, you know what? I have never tried it, but
Me
it
either.
smells so bad that
Same here. That's the same thing.
My friend's mom cooked it in her house one time in high school, and I could just smell it on me for days. It was disgusting.
Same. I went home from it and just got right in the shower, and then I was like, this is not going away.
It's stuck in your hair and your nostrils.
Yeah, it is. It's horrible. Have you guys ever tried it?
Yeah.
You've eaten it?
I have. It's not that bad.
The Bickley's are like the raccoon kings and queens.
You get 2 plates or one?
No, I just get one. It's not that bad, though.
What's it like? They say greasy roast beef.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little like beef. Yeah.
Does it have bones in it or something?
There's some you have to pick out.
All right. Okay. Look this way real quick. Oh, man, that was wonderful. Eloise, have you tried the raccoon?
No, I'm not from Danville, so I'm not going to try it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, sorry, I had to get that. Anyway, you have basketball games this week. Let's stop talking about the raccoon dinner. Whew. All right. Although I did come there once, and Katie Smith was there. If we talk basketball, yeah, I was in high school, and Dave Bevington texted me the next morning and said, "Where's the audio?" And I did not push record.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was cool.
They usually have good speakers.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat thing there. So anyway, that's in February.
Yeah.
So if people want to go to the raccoon dinner, Eloise has already booked a seat for it. It's a long line there, so you got to remember that too. All right, Northmore comes to town to Danville. You guys play at Loudonville, and then you play at Lucas here. I don't know a lot about Loudonville. I know Centerburg played Northmore earlier, and Mount Gilead, I think, 1-1 against them earlier this year as well. So what do you know about Northmore before they come to town?
Not a whole lot. They're solid. I mean, every team in the KMAC is pretty solid, and it could go either way. So we're just kind of focused on.
Are they gonna make you run? You guys gonna run up and down, or are they trying to slow it down? Where they want to?
Actually, they do. They do like to get out and push the ball a little bit. So it should be a good game.
All right. And then, hey guys, remember, no turnovers, no runs.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we're worried about. We're worried about our game here, working on turnovers and scoring some points.
And isn't that kind of the concept right now? I mean, as you go about, and it's kind of a different era here and different things that, hey, let's work on the things that you can control right now, not what the other teams can do, what you can control, and then it'll eventually fall into place for you, Bree.
Yeah, that's what we're working on, and hopefully it all comes together pretty soon.
All right. At Danville, tomorrow night, Northmore will be there. Then you guys travel to Loudonville. You tell Ed, I said, hey.
I will. You know what? He's probably watching. I wouldn't be surprised if he's texting me right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ed, we're gonna put a bet on the game. No,
he always texts me during basketball games because he knows I have my watch on, so he'll just text me.
Oh my gosh, that's Ed.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
And I was on the phone with him one time, and we were talking, and I don't know, driving home, and a deer ran straight into the side of my car. I said, I think I might have to hang up, Ed. I'll call you back later. I appreciate you guys joining us. Best of luck the rest of the year, and we'll get out to some Danville girls games here this year to catch the Lady Blue Devils. But again, you're going to be home against Northmore tomorrow, at Loudonville Friday, at Lucas next Monday. So you couldn't have been here anyway.
Yes.
We got timed out really well. Appreciate you girls joining us here, and certainly appreciate Danville basketball. And shout out also to Scott Mickley for filming the games and everything. And he's out at every single one. Junior varsity games, junior high games.
Junior high, varsity, you name it. He's recording.
Everything.
Bocce ball.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. I appreciate you guys joining us. Let's take this break. We'll come back. Centerburg Lady Trojans coming up next here on WMVO.
Brought to you by
Knox County Veteran Services, located at 105 East Chestnut Street, Mount Vernon. Stop in and see us today.
It's 7:32 and 55 degrees.
Looking for a new pharmacy? The Knox Community Hospital Outpatient Pharmacy makes it easy to transfer prescriptions. Our friendly community pharmacy is open to the public, and most prescriptions are ready within 24 hours. Accepting most insurances, KCH Outpatient Pharmacy is the only accredited specialty pharmacy in Knox County. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 9 to 4. Call 740-326-3485 or go to kch.org.
Hi, I'm Dean.
And I'm Don.
We are Durka's Pizza, home of the famous Stromboli. Specialty pizzas, 16 different subs. We have homemade dinners, salads made fresh,
Lunch specials, daily specials, and of course, the Munchie menu. Chicken wings, cheese breadsticks, mac and cheese wedges. Call 740-392-5678.
Delivery or pickup. Durka's Pizza.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Your sinks are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Now Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric Plumbing and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction. 740-627-8004.
Here's your forecast on 100.9 FM and 93.7 HD2.
This evening, showers throughout with a high of 56. Tonight, showers continue with a low of 35. Tomorrow, then mostly sunny as clouds roll away with a high of 46. That night, partly cloudy with a chance of snow and low of 30. Then on Wednesday, a mix of rain and snow with a high of 42. That night, that mix continues with a low of 27. That's your forecast from the heart of Knox County, WMVO.
All right, we're back here. We're fired up and ready to go. All right, Centerburg, Lady Trojans fastball. Thank Danville for joining us here in the program. We talked a little bit about the raccoon dinner. You guys are sitting out there. You ever tried the you know there's a raccoon dinner in Danville?
I'm well aware.
Have you ever had it before?
No, and never will.
What is it?
Never. A raccoon dinner.
I've heard all about it.
There's a lot. That sounds like something. I'm not going to say anything.
Look, man, there's a lot of stuff. My wife's from Danville.
Okay.
And this is a true story. So we were supposed to get married in June many years ago.
Yeah.
And I was told by my mother-in-law the date that we picked wasn't going to work because of the Danville Turkey Festival. That's a true story.
Hey, you know,
that is a true story.
Well,
yeah. So we had to change our date.
I was telling them about this time when I went to Danville for a raccoon dinner. You know, Katie Smith, she played. Katie Smith actually spoke at the Danville raccoon dinner. I was in high school.
Wow.
And I went over there. I went over there to do the interview. I had this old Moran's recorder. And, you know, I'm 18 years old. I'm just going over there to do this interview. Do the interview. I come back. And next morning, my boss texted me and said, "Where's the audio?" I said, "What do you mean, where's the audio? I'm not going back. I'm not going back to Danville to do this." Now, needless to say, there was no audio. And there was no interview with Katie Smith.
That's bad.
It was devastating.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
That was only the second worst time at the raccoon dinner. I won't get into the My great uncle left me there because he got hungry. And so I was stuck in Danville for several hours after that. But anyway, we appreciate you guys joining us here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lady Trojans. You know what? 6-0, 4-0. And I did that game against Mount Gilead, and that was a fun basketball game for you guys. The listeners, you know, the people that were watching in our live stream, they stayed with us during that game.
Yeah.
You know, it was you guys got up 18-0. It was 32-2 at the half, and it was a good basketball game. We're going to be talking about that here coming up, and of course, you won against East Knox on Friday. But you know, Bill Abner's with us. We appreciate him joining us. Kayla Larimore and Kenley Farrell, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't ask her before, but I remember from the game the other night. All right. We appreciate you guys joining us here on the program. And we want to thank Kenley for setting the alarm on her phone.
We told her about how you missed practice. And we had to come
and she is here tonight because she was able to.
Yep.
That was Chesney.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
You still look tired. No, I'm kidding. We appreciate you guys joining us here on the program. That game the other night, and I'm going to be honest, and you know, you guys are obviously on a different level. I mean, you look at it, Mount Gilead came in undefeated. Mm-hmm. You guys are on a kind of a different level. One of the things that I want to hit off right off the top before we talk more about that Mount Gilead game is two girls that you have in here right now. You know, obviously, there's obviously a lot of different pieces to your team.
Right.
But these two right here are extremely important to what you want to do defensively. Kayla up top and what Kenley can do at the bottom. They're kind of roaming the baseline and things. It's important to what you guys want to do and have success at Centerburg, right?
Yeah. So we Kenley said it best after the OH report thing about how our defense turns into offense.
We don't have to watch that. Yeah. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but how our defense turns to offense.
Yeah.
You know, and Kenley's leading the league in steals. I mean, she pressures the ball as well as anybody in the league. she's a critical part of what we do, and with Kayla on top of our defense, she does just a fantastic job, and her being able to finish as well as she does around the rim, that's kind of our recipe, try to get turnovers and then runouts.
Now, here's the thing. The game against Mount Gilead, you guys won 45-7, but you really didn't shoot the ball very well. On paper.
No, we did not.
On paper.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that could have been a lot different. Not that it was still a 38-point game, so, you can't really when you only give up 7 points, right, you got to go in there and be like, this is pretty awesome.
No, but there's always stuff to work on,
sure.
Regardless of the score, and that one kind of snowballed. I understand. And the Mount Gilead coach he's a really good coach.
Yeah, he is.
And I know that he was frustrated. He subbed out all of his varsity in the second quarter and put JV kids in to make a point, which I completely understand where he's coming from there. And things kind of snowballed on him. But there's always things that we look at after every game, win or lose, that we want to learn from. And we know going forward we're going to have to put the ball in the basket because you're not going to get 36 turnovers every game.
Was that how many you got that game?
Yeah,
36.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of turnovers.
It is.
Yeah, that's a lot of turnovers.
It makes my job really easy.
Yeah,
just go out and fly around and get turnovers and layups.
Yeah. Then I think Kayla only got like 7 kickball violations in that game. Look at that. All right, she got another one. Kayla, you look back to that ball game, and right now you're leading the conference in scoring. You were just here 2 weeks ago, so not a whole lot has changed. But you look back at that game, and you get up 18-0, and then it's 32-2, and you're going, okay. You go to the locker room, you're up 32-2. It seems like you guys are really laser focused this year and kind of the foot's on the gas right now that, hey, we may be up by 30 points. Let's keep pressuring. Let's keep making sure that we take good shots and we play good basketball. Is that kind of the mindset in that game? It's not good?
I think especially for our last game, we kind of played with a chip on our shoulder. And, before that, what they said on H report kind of was I guess kind of like shade coming towards us, like disrespect. So... not to call them out or anything. I'm not trying to be But, they were kind of... I think it was disrespect towards us because, they haven't earned anything and we have. So, that's what I took it personal. I was like, we're going to come after you for that one. And then when we got up 18-0, I was like...
Okay, there you go.
Then we got up 32-2, and then I was like, okay. But I just...
30-point game.
And then I just think we just come up... We try to play with a chip on our shoulder every game.
Sure.
That's just one of the keys we usually have on the board is play with a chip on our shoulder. Even though we won K-Mac last year, but still I feel like we just every game we try to play with a chip on our shoulder. So
Kenley, you look back at that game against Mount Gilead and you guys pressured them. You got points in transition. What kind of stood out for you in that game against Mount Gilead?
Our defense really did. Our defense leads to our offense. We just had to keep pushing the whole time, even though they were they really didn't want to come across half court on our defense, so it was just easier for us to get more steals and runouts.
The thing about interesting there, Bill, in that game is you had the 2 top leading scorers in the conference, Kayla and Faith White over there at Mount Gilead. She averaged 15.5 points per game. She scored 2.
Correct.
She scored 2 points in that ball game. And interestingly, I don't think Kayla scored in the second quarter, and obviously the rest of the game she was able to score and several different girls had big nights there, but to stop somebody, is it even better? Is it a better feeling for you, even better defensively to do something like that than offensively and putting up big numbers?
For me, yeah. Absolutely. Because I brought this system to Centerburg, and it's hard to really sort of sometimes key on one player with our zone. It's not like man to man where you're saying, hey, face guard this kid. But Kenley said it right. You could kind of see it in the Mount Gilead kid's face early in the game. It was like, okay, we're not used to this type of pressure.
Yeah.
They would cross half court, and it's hard to run offense when you're trying to run offense one step across half court. So it's not necessarily about, hey, we're trying to lock down Faith. We didn't even really talk about that.
Yeah.
We really didn't. We were just like, we're just going to get after it.
Yeah.
We're going to get after it. We're going to do what we do. And if we play with that type of intensity the whole game, we can be pretty good.
To have that length up top with Kayla, and it's hard to get around you, Kayla. It is. When you're up top and you kind of look around, you go, oh, you got her up top. Oh, now we got a problem.
Yeah. Well, and this is our second year in the system.
Yeah.
Right. So I think the girls who are back are way better at the defense this year, even than than last year. I mean, because last year, Kayla wasn't getting a lot of those kicks.
Yeah.
She really wasn't.
Yeah.
But now she's actively trying to cause more chaos up there, and that's helping us a lot.
Has it been easier, Kayla? I mean, here we are, 6 games into this year now. Has it been easier with this process?
Especially like this will be the second year, and then I also did this during AAU this coming year and last year, so it was like
She's got a lot of reps.
Yeah. You got to figure it out, because honestly, when you watch a game, you can see where it's just not this nonchalant, but it's just kind of like you understand what you're doing. You know where you need to be, and the positioning aspect of it. It makes it a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
And you think about that kind of a thing where last year you guys still won some big games and everything. Right now, it's and I said it on the broadcast the other night where it's 2 undefeated teams playing each other, but I said Centerburg's on a different level right now. I mean, it is. It's just a different level, and this is. Is there another level to step up, Bill? Is this where you want to be? Is it where you want to keep moving up?
Absolutely not. Because what you said earlier is absolutely true. We've got some big games coming up. We've got a really big game tomorrow, really big game Friday. But you can ask them. We have not played our best yet. We haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, every single game because we always talk about different efficiency ratings and stats after games. We've had holes every game. We have not played a game where I've been completely satisfied with how we've played, despite scores or whatever.
Yeah.
There's definitely improvement that needs to be.
Kenley, when you look at this season so far, and you guys are sitting at 6-0, and you've had some dominating wins, what's maybe stood out for you here? 6 games in the season, still a long way to go here. What's kind of stood out with this group?
I think just playing as a team. I mean, and you have Lauren this year, who makes a big difference to our team. She sees the court really well. And then all of us have just gotten better. I mean, you have Evie in the back of our defense. You have length and speed. So it just pushes and pushes. And then you have Evie. We wouldn't be who we are without Evie. And you have Tiara's length, Lauren's length, Kayla's length, and then my speed.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's great. And then if Chesney, needs to go grab a rebound and
run
and body something. Hey, listen, if she's
knock somebody out.
Chesney's the one player on the team I don't want to arm wrestle. She's gonna beat me.
No one messes with Chesney.
Just remember, when the Farm Festival comes around, you tell your sister there is an arm wrestling competition.
Every team needs that. Every team needs that.
Yeah.
Every team needs that player. Yeah. And that's definitely her for us.
And we're going to talk a little bit more about the season so far than obviously the games this week. You're at home against Loudonville Tuesday, and you host Cardington Friday, right? Yeah. Well, I had it wrong when Danville came in, so I want to make sure.
Yeah,
with
that's
you
right.
Here. So I got it.
Tomorrow.
A couple of home games this week in the Berg. All right, let's take this break. We'll come back and more of the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show is coming up.
Brought to you by
Knox County Veteran Services, located at 105 East Chestnut Street, Mount Vernon. Stop in and see us today.
It's 746 and 55 degrees.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Hi, I'm Dean.
And I'm Don.
We are Durka's Pizza, home of the famous Stromboli, specialty pizzas, 16 different subs. We have homemade dinners, salads made fresh,
Lunch specials, daily specials, and of course, the Munchie Menu. Chicken wings, cheese breadsticks, mac and cheese wedges. Call 740-392-5678.
Delivery or pickup. Durka's Pizza.
Your sinks are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Now Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric Plumbing and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction. 740-627-8004.
Looking for a new pharmacy? The Knox Community Hospital Outpatient Pharmacy makes it easy to transfer prescriptions. Our friendly community pharmacy is open to the public, and most prescriptions are ready within 24 hours. Accepting most insurances, KCH Outpatient Pharmacy is the only accredited specialty pharmacy in Knox County. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 9 to 4. Call 740-326-3485 or go to kch.org.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Here's your forecast on 100.9 FM and 93.7 HD2.
This evening, showers throughout with a high of 56. Tonight, showers continue with a low of 35. Tomorrow, then, mostly sunny as clouds roll away with a high of 46. That night, partly cloudy with a chance of snow and low of 30. Then on Wednesday, a mix of rain and snow with a high of 42. That night, that mix continues with a low of 27. That's your forecast from the heart of Knox County, WMVO.
All right, we're back. It is the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Thanks for joining us. By the way, I want to let people know that we're not going to be here next week, and we're not going to be here the next week either because of Christmas. I know. For your viewing pleasure, Kayla is now going to be upset. So we will be turning on like a Christmas movie or something for you. So, and then you know what? Then you enjoy your Christmas.
Right.
Coach, is it hard this time of the year when you get to Christmas season and you got Thanksgiving and all this stuff, and it's like everything's going on. You got to buy Susie a scooter, and you know it's all hard now.
Basketball season's the longest season.
Yeah,
you know, it is a grind, and you get to the holiday season, and it is always a challenge.
Yeah,
always.
Did you guys try to get in any tournaments or anything? I used to do tournaments. You know, Centerburg was I think in it one year at the NAS. They don't do it anymore. Paul McNeil, shout out, bring that back. Yeah. But did you ever try to get in any tournaments or anything during the holidays?
Yeah, we tried this year and just couldn't make the dates work.
I see.
And we had some scheduling issues, which I'd rather not go into right now.
No problem. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, but yeah, I would like to do that.
Yeah. Is it hard too because of the KMAC, the way that it's configured? Half the year's Wednesdays and Saturdays, half the year.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of it myself, but I leave my opinions to myself for so long.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I let it be known. You guys took out East Knox. Now, East Knox, a couple of weeks ago, we had their game. They took on Fredericktown, and it was a good basketball game back and forth. And you know, on paper, you say, well, Fredericktown's pretty darn good. And East Knox went in there and beat them. And then you guys go to East Knox, and I'm not sure. It looked like the game was maybe somewhat I just kind of listened in and things. But how would that game go? You guys ended up still winning by 22.
Yeah.
He's upset.
wasn't our best game.
Sure.
Wasn't our best game.
Yeah.
It was hard to get into much. There were 44 fouls called.
Seriously?
You know? And East Knox shot 18 free throws in the third quarter. 18 free throws.
Now that would be hard for me to call on.
It was really there was just no flow to it at all.
Yeah.
Kenley almost got my first technical of the season.
Oh, that would have been something.
Kenley fouled out on a
ridiculous.
I will just
ridiculous.
Hang on. See, she can say that because she's a player. I'm going to say questionable.
Okay, questionable.
I'm going to say questionable.
Kenley, we got to keep you out of foul trouble. We got to keep you out of foul trouble. But it is. I mean, she's aggressive, and it's hard because it's kind of the role in this defense is to be aggressive.
Well, I talk to the kids about having to adjust to how the game's being called.
Sure.
You know, so yeah, we are aggressive. We get after it. That's kind of how we play. But there's going to be nights where refs aren't going to let you do certain things. So we have to be able to adjust to how the game is being called because we obviously need our players on the floor.
Yeah. Kayla, well, I know part of your thought for Friday night, but just your thoughts. They're 57-35. Go on the road and beat East Knox.
I think we played okay. I didn't think we played our very best. We went 0 for 12 from 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yikes.
Well, yeah, we scored 57 points and had no threes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I just thought, shout out Kenley. She played really good.
Yeah.
She
awesome.
is, I mean, like, she's our motor that gets us.
She had a great game.
Yeah.
I mean, her fouling out, and then we had Lauren who had 3 or 4 fouls. Tiara had 3 or 4 fouls. So I don't think, I mean, we can't really blame the refs, but I think they played a factor because we couldn't get a flow going in the third. Yeah. I mean, they're just blowing the whistle every single time, and I think the foul that Kinley fouled out on was not. Just watching it back on film, she didn't.
No.
Yeah, I didn't really agree with it. But
that's basketball.
Yeah, I can't do anything about it. The game's over.
Basketball.
Yeah. And Kinley, you're aggressive anyway, and so fouls are going to happen, obviously. It's just one of those things. But in a game like that where it is close, do you kind of lean back a little bit in terms of your aggressiveness? Or is it something?
Do you lean back in your aggressiveness, Kinley?
Yeah.
I try.
Okay. And it's hard when you if that's your mind, and that's how
that's who she is, man. That's that is who she is.
Yeah.
And so she's typical for getting 3 fouls in the first half.
Okay.
And then we talk about it, and then normally she won't have a foul again the rest of the game.
That's pretty cool.
So most coaches take kids out after their second foul in the first half. I just let them go.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah, he trusts you there. But it wasn't hard because of the flow, Kinley. I mean, of the ball game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if your refs aren't really letting you go through the game, it's going to be hard.
Yeah. You guys battled through that. 57-35.
Tough place to play too. I mean, it is. It is. Yeah. It is a very unique and shout out to the East Knox student section. They were taunting me during the game.
Oh, they're taunting.
Wait, did you drop a drink or something like
that?
No,
I went to go get water out of the jug, and they started chanting about the water, and I can't react, but I was like, that's really cool, man. That's really good.
They're coming at Kinley.
What were they saying? What were they saying? Like, are you thirsty?
It was like, get some water. Or it's like,
and they were telling Kinley and Lauren to calm down. It was like, you need to take a breath.
And like I said, I can't react, but I really wish we could, get our student section doing that type of stuff, man. I mean, I love
our student section leader is on our team.
Who's that?
Evie.
Oh, tell her you gotta throw somebody else.
No, but
out
I love that. I think that's what high school sports is about, man. I love that.
Yeah, it's kind of toned down a little bit, but when I was in high school. And that game was at Bowling Green that I was telling you about. But it was so loud in that gym from the student section. And you can actually see it now at Centerburg High School where there's a picture of the student section there. And it was so loud I couldn't even hear anything. It was ridiculous. And it does factor in, right? I mean, it's fun for you guys too, right?
Yeah. I mean, just having that student, like everyone in our grade behind us, just it feels like, I don't know, there's just like a different feeling it has.
Yeah. What's the most unique thing you've heard besides the water thing?
They say some pretty out of pocket things. Yeah. I'm just gonna say that. They say they'll find some stuff. It's just
not quite rated G.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it at that. There. Yeah. Got a couple of games at home, so get the student section out there.
Yeah.
Evie, you don't have a game till tomorrow, so you have a chance to send out the group text or something. So you're home against Loudonville, and then Friday you're home against Cardington. We'll be there for that one. So looking forward to catching another girls basketball game. What do you want to see for your team this week?
Well, for us, we obviously do a lot of scouting and stuff like that, but for us, it's always about how we perform. Mm-hmm. And if our girls come out and play our game, I think we're going to be fine. I mean, these are two of the best teams that we played all year. I've got a ton of respect for Loudonville and Cardington.
Yeah.
So we know that these are two solid teams. Loudonville's got a ton of experience. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, with the team that we have, sometimes we go on the floor and I kind of feel like, okay, we're intimidating these kids before the game even starts.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen with these two teams that we have coming up, guaranteed.
Yeah.
They got kids who played in the state Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
So we know we got to bring it. We know we have to be ready to go.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun. We'll be there Friday night, pregame around 6:30. Kayla, it's exciting to get a couple games at home.
Yeah.
And you finally got one at home, so they were able to honor you for scoring 1,000 points the other day. I know you really were excited about being out there.
Oh, it was embarrassing. I don't like all the attention on myself.
I know. You were so excited. Rich
he was like,
he came up to you.
Well, he came up to me before the game and was like, hey, we're going to honor you. I'm honor me for what? What did I do?
Yeah.
He's like, scoring 1,000. I was like, oh my gosh, why?
Yeah.
Like, no, please.
And then
don't.
they're like, hey, for the first home game of the season,
and I was like,
Kayla Larimore, come out to center court. That's great. What do you want to see from you and your teammates this week in a couple of big games?
I just want to see us play together, I guess, as like a team. I think we see glimpses of like how we can play.
Yeah.
And I think we all just need to play to our best of our abilities tomorrow.
Yep.
Not just one person do everything. I think we all 5 of us, all 8 of us need to play just together.
Yeah. Kenley, what do you want to see from your team tomorrow?
The same exact thing as
Same
Kayla.
exact
I was
thing.
going to say the same thing.
All right.
Everybody just needs to put everything together and play together. Everybody do their thing.
All right. Everybody do their thing. So you were able to say the same thing but differently. Appreciate you guys joining us.
And I'm waiting for that game. I'm
Yeah.
I'm actually waiting for that game where I can go into the locker room and say, you know what, all 8, we all contribute. We all play the best that we can. We haven't done that yet.
All right.
We need to do that.
Let's do it tomorrow.
That'd be
Centerburg will
good-
be
good time to
in the
start.
Berg. What's that? To 6:45 as well. All right, that's tomorrow in Centerburg, and then Friday night we'll be there for their ball game at 6:30 is our pregame. It will be Cardington and Centerburg, and we're excited about that matchup coming up on Friday night. WMVO Facebook page, WMVO on the radio. Thanks for joining us on the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Also presented in part by Knox Community Hospital, Durko's Pizza and Subs. Covers electric, plumbing, and construction at Knox County Veteran Services. All right, we're back at it 3 weeks from tonight for the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. We'll catch basketball.